All right, everybody, welcome back to the Titancraft server. I am Rogue Torso, as always, and it is episode 8, which makes this the longest running YouTube series I've ever done, which is a little depressing at eight episodes, but hey, gotta start somewhere. Anyway, a lot been going on. I've been jumping around a little bit between projects, but we have gotten some pretty good things accomplished, and some really cool stuff has happened as well. So we're just gonna jump right into it today, and we'll be back later. Alrighty, so we are here in the post office, and earlier today I got a message saying you've got mail, and I came up here to check on it just now, and I've already peeked in here, and this is not what I expected. Look at all this stuff. Just shulker boxes full of stuff. And of course my inventory's full, but I mean, all of this stuff, this is crazy. Here, let's put some stuff in this. Let's pick some of this stuff up so I can see what's in here. That ought to be enough. I always have so much junk I'm carrying around. Okay, let's put some of these shulkers down and see what's in them. I don't know if they're color coded or what. I'm just gonna, look. Stone, stone, stone. So it looks like they are somewhat color coded. Sea pickles. I actually needed a few, not that many though. Grass blocks, more stone. I actually probably am going to use all that stone too, believe it or not. I'm using a ton in this build. What do we got here? Quartz and bones block. I'll definitely use a bunch of those. That's going to be very much appreciated. Nether wart. I'm just getting ready to build a farm for. This will help. Maybe I'll finally finish that library I've been working on for the last few months. Yeah. So, let's just put all of this away, and this is going to take some manipulation. I'll just put all of this in here like so, where it's safe. Get all the junk out of here and put it back in my inventory. Is that it? Nope, granite. We'll just break this. So, I know who did this. I know who sent me the message anyway. And I don't know if they want everybody to know, so I'm not going to reveal. But I will thank you very, very much. A lot of that stuff will come in very handy. And I don't know why you did this, but I appreciate it. So thank you very much, and Happy New Year to you as well. All right, so we are back. This is a project that we started on stream, and this is going to be a cocoa bean and nether wart farm. So we've got several little modules here, and the way this is going to work, let's see if I can fudge this real quick. So we've got water in here. We'll have cocoa beans on the back wall. We'll have nether wart planted in here, and I can plant all of this from right here. And then what will happen is we're going to put one switch up there, and when we press it, if I can get back up here, it will activate the trapdoors, and in this case they would open, and they would let water spill out and wash everything down into these water streams that just go into the middle. I'm not going to do a shulker box loader on this because I don't think I'm going to get enough, and it's not going to be automatic. But basically, we would just flip the lever once everything drains out. We'll turn it back off, and then we'll come replant it, and it'll be ready to go for next time. Because I think we're just going to do this in big batches. So I started this on stream, but I didn't get the redstone right. I forgot. What you have to do here is... Let me jump. Ah! Mistakes were made. Okay. What you have to... Wow. What you have to do is when these are closed, you waterlog them. And then, so the water just spills out. And then when you open, or is it closed? I don't know, whatever. When the trapdoors swing open or closed, whatever you want to call it. I think this would be open. It blocks the water. So these are going to be open most of the time, and we're going to close them to harvest everything. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Basically 8 modules of this. Now, this will be a bit laggy when you first activate it because you're going to have all these water updates and you're going to have a lot of entities all at once. So I really do want to use this sparingly. Like I said, I'm only going to use it when I need it, but I don't see a time when I'm going to need a lot of cocoa beans or necessarily a lot of nether wart. I do want to do, like an auto potion brewer at some point, but I'm not going to brew in. Man, my keyboard is really starting to drive me nuts. It does not like it when I'm doing 2 things at once. Anyway, like I said, I won't use a ton of either one of these at once. I really don't think I'll use a lot of cocoa beans. I'll probably harvest them a couple times to be done. And I'm not doing a shulker box loader because I can just let it pile up in here and use it as needed. So, really, the biggest reason I moved them down here is probably because they were up here, if you remember, just taking up space, and then the cocoa bean farm was right over there, and I just wanted to get them out of here. They were kind of an eyesore, and I just wanted to move them. So, we're going to work on that, and I will come back when we are done. Alright, so we're back. We've got all of the little pods here. We've got the trapdoors in. These look a little funny because in order to get it to dump the way I want, you have to dump it towards the trapdoor because you can't put one in the middle. It just won't work. So right now we have a lever right here that we're going to use to power this redstone line. One of which will go down and power all those banks, and the other one we're just laying in right here. So we've got a couple of repeaters, and yes, that's going to throw the timing off a little bit where they don't all open at the same time. I'm not really worried about that. Okay, we got that one done already. So we need a repeater right there. Then we need redstone dust. There's probably other ways to do this. I'm not denying that, but this is the simplest way for me. It uses a bunch of redstone, but that's fine. It's not like I'm short on redstone. I haven't used a ton of redstone. I was really surprised by that, actually. I normally like to do a lot of big farms. So we're going to lay this in here, like so. I assume everybody knows that you have to use repeaters to extend the signal. So the signal will only go 15 blocks before you need to, like, boost it, and that's what the repeaters do. They take whatever signal strength is here, and they output 15 the other way. So that's why we've had to put those in. But they do add a tick or two of delay. I can't remember what the exact number is. So now we can go test this. So right now, all of the blocks should be open. So if we flip this, closed, closed, closed. Are they all closed? Closed, closed. Yeah, I think we got them all. The really tricky part to this is getting the trapdoors in there correctly. You have to lay them. So I had to leave this out and like lay the trapdoors. I'm going to get this wrong. Like this. So I had to lay them in. So this row I had to get actually from the back. So when you lay them, the back of the trapdoor is going to be... Here, I can demonstrate right here. So if I lay here, the back of your trapdoor is going to be right here. So it's going to open down this way. If you try and do it the other way, it doesn't work. So I had to be a little bit creative with how I do this. Okay, we need to get all these open back up, and then we need to go in and... How am I going to get up here? Oh, I did put a layer of slabs on all this too, in case you can't tell. Oh, I didn't need to get up there, did I? Oh, well. Yeah, I put a layer of bottom slabs on everything. That way I didn't have to worry about lighting it up. So that will have redstone dust on it, so I'm not worried about that layer. But this layer would have been able to spawn. And just to save myself some headaches later, I went ahead and put some half slabs. So, you know... So this is unspawnable because of redstone. This is unspawnable because it's a bottom slab. So that's how that works. So if we go back up here, we will open all the trapdoors. Like so. And now we're going to go down and we're going to take our one water bucket, which is going to take a while. But we do have a water source right here. and we're going to go through and waterlog all these trapdoors and get ready for this to go. So I will cut and not make you watch all that, and I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, so we've skipped ahead a little bit. We've got water in here. We went ahead and planted the netherwort and the cocoa beans, so we've got all that done. And we are going to test this now. This will be the first test live, so cross your fingers. Oh, that's not good. There it goes. Thought they were going to get caught up, and there was no reason they should. So that goes up. Now, the one drawback this is going to have is I've only got one hopper up here, and it's going to be very slow picking things up. So I hope I don't get lost, but I might. I'm not too worried about it. I should get plenty out of here to replant. If I do have trouble, I can always put a second hopper up here, and I may do that anyway. It wouldn't take much. So, but yeah, so I think everything's cleared out. We can shut this off now. And that should all go away. Looks good. Yeah, there's a skeleton again. So I got everything up here non-spawnable, but I had to, I was climbing through right where those logs are, and I closed that spot up for the farm. So I had to make myself some little escape tunnels to get from this cross over to the other one so I could replant. And I didn't light those areas up, so I think that's where that skeleton's coming from. Or maybe there's a dark spot back there. I'll get that fixed at some point, but for now, we're going to clean up some of these shulker boxes, and we'll see what else we can get into today. Okay, we are down here in the mine. So here is the stairs where we used to come down. Don't mind this minecart track. I haven't done anything with it yet, but of course we did put in the elevators. And what we have here is a furnace array. So this is an XP furnace array. So we've got, well, here, I'll just show you. We've got cactus coming in, and it comes in from this direction and filters its way across. So you can see all these are full. And then we've also got bamboo that we're using for fuel. And I didn't do this the way I probably should have. So my bamboo farm, I have to bring over here in shulker boxes. So you can see we've got shulker boxes of bamboo that are filling these up, that go into a dropper. This is, I've got sounds off so it doesn't drive everybody nuts, but this is a hopper clock, and basically, or not hopper clock, sorry, dropper clock, which shoots into a water stream, and the water stream takes it up, dumps it across this piece of ice into a series of hoppers up there to feed it. And pretty cool how this works. You put one item in this. I don't know if I can explain this very well from here. I can't get a good view of it. You know what? Let me pop into my creative world. It's easy to explain. Okay, so here we are in my creative test world, and let me see if I can explain this. So this is pretty self-explanatory. This is your feed for whatever you're smelting. So in this case, cactus. This is the feed for your fuel. This is pulling out the finished items into this dropper, which faces down so you can shoot items out of it. So we keep one item in here, which is why this is reading a signal, and that piston stays down, okay? So when you want to empty this thing, you press a button, which should be right here. I think it's on the side on this one. Yeah. On the furnace array, it's on the front, but it really doesn't matter. When you press that, it's read by this observer, which sends a pulse to this piston, which lifts the block. That breaks this line, which pulls the observer up, which sends a pulse to this piston that pushes these two observers together and creates a clock. That clock will then empty this dropper, and once the dropper is empty, then this signal is broken, which causes this piston to retract and send a pulse back to this piston, which comes across and pulls this observer back, and the whole thing starts over again. So pretty cool design. I'm not going to take credit for it. This is by a guy named Nexus, who used to play on the Titancraft server. A couple other people have used them. I actually got it from a Cable Guy video. But pretty cool system. So this is what we're using on Titancraft. Okay, and now that I've explained that, hopefully you guys understood it a little bit. Like I said, I did not design it, and I need to put lava down here to destroy the green dye. I'm not going to save the green dye for anything. I could pull it out manually if I really need some, but I'm just using this for XP. The only real limitation to this is you can put them side by side, which is really convenient, but you can only do 8 wide because that's all the length you can get out of a water stream. Now you could leave a break and then put another water stream and do as many of these as you want. But I only have the 8 here. The one thing I screwed up is I've got the fuel coming in from one side and I've got the cactus coming in from the other. So as you can see, I've only got one furnace going right now because this one's out of fuel. I'm not too worried about it. Either this will fill up and start sending cactus to this one, or this one will get full of fuel and send it over here. But that's what this little device was for. It's probably quicker to just take this out manually and dump it in. I don't care. I put this here. It's not a big deal. Oh, you're probably wondering what this lever does. What this lever does is when you flip it, it locks this hopper so that I can break this off and it doesn't get sucked up because I don't want it to end up in one of the furnaces somewhere. So that's what that's for. Okay, so that's the XP furnace array that we've put in since last time. Okay, so we are over in the farming district. I know I spend a lot of time over here, but I've actually been working quite a bit over here. And we've built a second windmill. Now, the only problem is we haven't finished it. We haven't thrown any details in here. And it's really not much of a windmill because there's no blades. So we'll probably finish this here in a little bit. And we'll throw in some detail and things on there. But I wanted to go over a couple other things we've done here. We put down a bunch of grass, so I still need to do this to get as much grass. We may leave this somewhat stone, but a couple things out here. Number one, I took away a lot of torch spam. We buried some jack-o'-lanterns in the ground, put some leaves over them. Not a technique I've really used before, but it looks a heck of a lot better than having torches spammed everywhere. I need to do the same thing in the berry farm. We have not finished the winery yet. I've done a little bit of work inside, but I don't want to finish. You know, we've put in a stairway and a path over there. But I need to finish the stairway and I need to finish the upstairs interior and some of the downstairs. I've got a really cool plan for that, but it might take me a couple episodes to get there. Yeah, so we laid out all this grass. Eventually, I'm going to have this path and we'll finish it out and go all the way out this way. I don't know if I'll get to that in this episode or not. And it'll go right over here. And then I think there's going to be a bridge that spans from here over to that mound. And I'll probably just leave it there. Eventually, I'm going to have a wall around this entire village, which is going to take forever. But I'll probably start it right in this area and just have it follow the top of this ridge to a certain point. I may come straight across here and just put a gate because we'll have a way in here. But I'm just going to follow this ridge all the way around, and then we'll come around the front. I'll probably stop it at the mountains over on that side, and I'll probably stop it at the sea over on this side. But we're going to have a wall eventually. I'm going to leave that to last. It'll probably be one of the last things I do, but we'll have that. But I think this area looks a lot cleaner now. Like I said, I need to finish. I need some more grass over there. I need some more grass over here. But I was really surprised. I spent a little bit of time and it looked like I'd done nothing, but the more I look at it, the more I like it. So really cool. So torch spam can be eliminated easily and look good. Imagine. All right, so next thing. All right, here we are back, and we have finished the second windmill. It should look identical to the first. And oh, I didn't take out. Here, let's take out this scaffolding real quick. There, that isn't supposed to be there. But yeah, it looks identical to that one with one small change. And I'm not going to point it out. It was a mistake I made on that one that I fixed on this one. But if you can spot the difference, you're better than I am. I do need to put some details. I see I didn't put some buttons out here, so I'll need to finish that. But I've kind of pulled off that project. I've been bouncing around a little bit between projects the last couple weeks, just doing some little things here and there. You know, I talked about the torch spam. This is a fourth farmhouse. I was experimenting with making it at an angle, and then I kind of lost motivation with that. But what I really want to show, and this has been the big thing I have been working on the last couple of weeks. Let's see if I can fly over here without revealing it too much. Still need to get back to this quarry. I'll probably get back to that pretty soon, and I'll show you why here real quick. So this is going to be the other road into our town. So it'll come this way, and I started to lay that out. This looks very similar to some of the other roads I've done. I was covering these with gray carpet. I just haven't got these covered yet. But this will be the main road into town, and you'll come through here. You can go around the corner here to the shopping district, or the market district. I keep screwing that up. You can come up here to where we have started our castle build. Now, this is still somewhat unfinished. I've got quite a bit of terraforming to do. This will not be gray stone. It'll be, I don't know if it'll look like this or if I'll do more white in it. We've got a little bit of a shulker monster, but this will be the main entrance. I'm planning on building a guardhouse right here to go with the towers, but I really wanted the castle to stand out, and so that's why we went with the white. Couple of things, building with white is not easy. There's not a ton of different textures, and there's no walls, and only a couple choices in stairs, so it's very interesting to build with white, I'm discovering. But shout out to Kashmir on the server who put me on to adding the purple into these into the window decorations. I have not done, like I say, this is very unfinished. I'm just getting started on this. There's nothing in here. I don't know what I will do in here eventually. Probably just put a ceiling and make this a room. But like I say, we'll have a gatehouse here. I don't know if I'll put an actual gate or just leave it like this. We have to finish the bridge. I'm still experimenting. I've laid 2 or 3 things in here. I haven't really liked any of them, to be sure. We've started on this. We'll go over that in a little bit. But basically, you'll come through this entrance. I got to get this all redone. We've got a beacon in here temporarily. And you'll come into this big courtyard area for the castle. Now, this will have a balcony on this side. It'll have a balcony on this side. Obviously, I'll have to cut some more of this out. I'll put a wall here, so all that's probably going to come out. And what I think will be really cool... I can't fly today. Okay, so we'll have our balcony here. So this side, I think we're going to make like the throne room. So we'll have a big grand throne room kind of built into the top of this mountain. We might make a few walls up top, but I want to try and leave as much of this as possible. I want it to look a little bit like they built it out of the mountain and didn't just tear the mountain down and restart. That side I may do a little more with. I want to have a grand ballroom over there. When you think of castles, you always think of, there's a couple things. You always see the grand balls with the big, high roofs and all the grand stuff. I want to have one of those, and then a throne room, actually. And then some other corridors and stuff. So I think that's what we'll do. We'll do a grand ballroom over there. We're going to do a throne room over here, and then, over there, we'll probably do some, like, kitchens and stuff set into the bottom. There's a couple other areas that I think are pretty cool. But this will be a wall, so a lot of this is going to look like a wall in here. I'll remove some of this terraforming I did earlier over the mine. Over here, though, here, let's just fly out so we can see this easier. This is a good view over here. See if I can land on it. Yay, I did. So yeah, that tower we put in just to look at the spacing of it. We'll turn it white. It will look like these when it's done. We're still finishing some of this up, but we'll have this white tower, which you can see from the sea over there. That might be our main stairway to get from the dock area, which is going to be down there, up to the castle. We'll build a walkway back into that wall, and I might cut a couple little pieces out so you can see out, but I want to leave that as much mountain as possible, like I was saying before. This will look more like a wall. I haven't quite decided yet, and then we still have all the work to do over there. But so far, I think it's looking really cool. I mean, even at night, I've got it lit up well enough that you can see the white and all the patterns. I think it looks really cool. And then over here, like I said, we'll have our grand ballroom. And then there's some pretty interesting features over here, I think. I've been going up on this one, it looks like. Nope, I need to get over farther. First of all, there's this big cutout in the wall. I don't know if I showed this earlier. Is it this one? Yeah, I think it's this one. Yeah, there's a big cutout here in the wall. I was going to do like a cathedral in here, but I think I can do something different. Our residential area will be out there. And then over here, there's a great place, I think, for an arena. And I just fell because my elytra didn't activate. I need to get out of here. That's going to be central. I am trying to do a video, sir. Ooh, and I need to eat before I die. Okay. Yeah, right here, I think there's going to be an arena. So, the castle can be connected to a lot of pretty cool stuff when it's done. And once again, I've got... So, if I can fly... Here we go. Another pretty good view is to get up on this tree. Ooh, I'm going to land pretty easy. Yeah, so that's going to be our castle. And I think that's going to be a absolute standout feature. And you'll be able to see an ocean view on one side. You'll be able to see the whole town from the other. But that's going to be really cool. And so one thing I need is a bunch of quartz. So probably one of the first things I'm going to do here next. I just kind of wanted to show you the plans. And then we'll be building this over a few episodes. This is going to take a while. Just grinding resources. And that's why I wanted to say, have I said lately how much I love this server? I mean, I just love this server. So the other night I was working on this, and I realized I was going to run out of resources. A lot of bone blocks, a lot of quartz. So I asked, does anyone have bone blocks or quartz they'd be willing to donate to this project? Look at this. Sobertron here on the server, and I'll link his videos because they're really cool. 6 shulker boxes full of bone blocks. I'll probably use that at some point, but that's it. And then I don't know who did this. They apologized, but they gave it to me. I don't know what they're apologizing for. About 3 stacks of blocks. So, yeah, that's why the next thing we're probably going to do is get some masons set up and maybe a couple butchers so we can start trading for emeralds. But we'll do that in a future episode. For now, I just wanted to leave you with the shots and the ideas I had. Like I said, I've done a lot of this off camera because I've kind of been here. Let's get up here. Oh, I can't do that. And I threw my sword. That's not good. All right, now we can do it. So yeah, I just wanted to tell you the plans, show you that it's looking spectacular. I think it's going to be really cool when it's done, but it's going to be so much work. We'll be setting up a mason trading hall to get quartz because we're going to need a ton of it. I had an offer from somebody to use their raid farm and their mason trading hall, so I may take advantage of that as well. We do have a public trading hall here on the server I'm sure I'm going to abuse. There's going to be a lot of grinding to get this project done. And thank you to the people that donated materials, and if you donate any in the future, I thank you too. But I think we're going to end the episode there. I've showed off quite a bit of stuff that I've done in the last couple weeks. I will try to make it so it's not 3 weeks next time. If you have not liked or subscribed, please do that. And thank you for all the support so far. And I will see you next time on the Titancraft server. Rogue Torso out.